So today we are going to read a story about three big hogs. Now this is a story I used to read as a little girl myself, and I used to love the ending. So let's see if you enjoy it as much as I did. Three Big Hogs, stories and pictures by Manus Pinkwater. Man, I love these names. So this is interesting. Manus Pinkwater is the author and the illustrator. He does both. How cool is that? Three Big Hogs. Three big hogs had no place to go. They lived on a farm, but the farmer went away one day and forgot all about them. When the hogs got hungry and the farmer didn't show up, they went to look for him. There was nobody in the farmer's house. The farmer has moved away and forgotten all about us, said the smallest hog, who weighed 150 pounds. That's a lot. Think about it, kids. Right now, you probably weigh about 50 pounds. That's like 3 of you. All the hogs began to cry. Then the biggest hog, who weighed 300 pounds, said, "There is no use crying. We have to find a place to live." The hogs walked into town. They found a very nice house. "Let's see if anybody is at home," said the middle biggest hog, who weighed 250 pounds. They went to the door. A woman opened the door. "Eek!" she screamed and shut the door. The hogs began to cry again. The biggest hog said, "There's no use crying. Let's try another house." The hogs found another very nice house and knocked on the door. The door swung open. The hogs went inside. There was nobody home. "I don't think anybody lives here," said the smallest hog. Is that what you would think, my friends? I doubt it. "We can live here," said the middle biggest hog. "It's a very nice house," said the biggest hog. The hogs found lots of onions and potatoes in the kitchen. They wandered through the rooms, knocking chairs and tables over. The smallest hog brushed against the radio and turned it on by accident. Then the hogs danced in the living room. They danced until it was late at night. What do you think about what these hogs are doing, my friends? Yeah, I don't think we should go into people's houses if they're just left open like that. That's not allowed. In fact, I think that may be against the law. I don't know if these hogs know that. When the hogs were tired of dancing, they all went to bed. While they were sleeping, the man who lived in the house came back. Now is a good time to make a prediction, a guess. What can you guess is going to happen now that the man has come home and the hogs are in the house? Go ahead, say it out loud. Oh, let's see. Let's see. "Good gravy," he said. "Look what's happened to my house." He saw the living room with the tables and chairs turned over and the carpet torn up and the radio playing. He saw the kitchen with onion peels and potato skins all over the floor. He saw the bedroom with the three big hogs sleeping in his bed. Then the man went to get a policeman. I told you, kids, it's against the law to just go into someone's house like that. The policeman woke up the hogs. "You can't stay in this man's house," the policeman said. "We didn't mean to do anything wrong. We thought that nobody lived here," said the hogs. But, of course, the policeman and the man who owned the house didn't understand them. The three big hogs left the house and stood in the street wondering what to do. The policeman came out and said, "You can't stand around here. You'll have to move on." The hogs moved on. It was night, and they didn't know where to go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What do you think they're looking at? Uh-oh. The hogs wandered through town. They were tired. They wanted to find a place to rest. Then they saw a butcher shop. All the hogs began to cry. "I don't like it here," said the smallest hog. "Let's get out of this town." Oh my. The hogs walked out of town as fast as they could. They were tired, but they didn't stop to rest. Every time they thought of the butcher shop, they began to cry. Finally, they couldn't walk anymore. They thought they must be very far from town. The three hogs went to sleep in a ditch. In the morning, the hogs looked around. They had gone a long way in the night. The road had taken them into a forest. The hogs looked at the big trees. They had never seen anything like them. They had seen the farm. They had seen the town. They had never seen a forest. Look at this guy. Then they saw a hog. He wasn't like them. He wasn't smooth and fat. He was hairy and tough looking, and he had long, sharp teeth. This tough, hairy, toothy hog walked over to them. "What kind of hogs are you?" he asked. "We are regular farm hogs," they said. "That's all, sir," said the three hogs. "We were left alone by the farmer, and we wandered away. Now we are lost." And all three hogs began to cry. "Phooey," said the tough, hairy, toothy hog. "Stop all that crying." The hog stopped. "And what kind of hog are you, please, sir?" the biggest hog asked. He was afraid of the tough, hairy, toothy hog. "I'm a regular forest hog." Ah, so how are these guys different from each other? How has the big, hairy, toothy hog adapted to his environment so that he can survive? Let's see what happens. "Who takes care of you?" asked the middle biggest hog. "And what do you eat?" asked the smallest hog. "And where do you sleep at night when it is cold?" all three hogs asked. "Nobody takes care of me," the forest hog answered. "I eat acorns and apples, and I sleep wherever I jolly well please." He turned and walked off into the forest. "Well," said the biggest hog. "Well," said the middle biggest hog. Well, said the smallest hog, let's find some apples and acorns. They all said at the same time. The three big hogs stayed in the forest. Nobody took care of them. They ate apples and acorns. They slept wherever they jolly well pleased. And they got hairy, and they got long, sharp teeth, and they got tough. And they got to be regular forest hogs. This is my favorite picture of the book. They get nice and hairy and toothy. And they seem to be happy there in the forest, I think. Nice and free in the forest. So that is the story about three big hogs, and it's a story about animals adapting to their environment so that they can survive and be healthy.